私と黒子が運命の赤い糸で結ばれてちょうど1ヶ月の記念日なの。私と黒子は2人で一つ。ウイハルさん、サテンさん、これからも私たちをよろしくね。君の瞳に乾杯。
Originally aired in 2009, A Certain Scientific Railgun is an anime spin-off of A Certain Magical Index. Railgun takes place in Academy City, where espers are trained to harness their magical powers. Espers are divided into 5 levels, with level 5 being the strongest. Academy City is home to only 7 level 5 espers, and series protagonist Makoto Misaka is one of those privileged few.
聞いた通りだ。あの子たちの期待に応えてやれ。
Each esper has a particular power sometimes associated with a certain elemental affinity. In Masaka's case, her power is the ability to manipulate electromagnetic fields and create electricity. Masaka's signature attack involves flipping a coin into the air and blasting it with electricity, and because of such, Masaka is commonly referred to as the Railgun.
美里お姉様、常盤大中学が誇る最強無敵の電撃姫ですの。
Misaka's closest friend is a level 4 teleporter named Kuroko Shirai. Kuroko works for a group called Judgment, which alongside sister group Anti-Skill serve to protect the city.
器物破損および強盗の現行犯で拘束します。
Misaka and Kuroko have a close relationship, one that Kuroko wishes were even closer. But Misaka wants none of that, and I can't say that I blame her.
では、ここは目覚めのキスを。
普通に起こせないの？
起きなかったではありません。
Each of the main characters have 1 or 2 gimmicks, and this is Kuroko's primary one. And as outlandish as it may seem, it often leads to some pretty humorous situations.
既製品の水着ですとせいぜいこんなものでしょうか。なんというか、さすが白井さん。個性は大切ですわね。お姉様、この程度では物足りないでしょうけど、我慢してくださいですの。
いや、全く我慢してないし。
As for Misaka herself, her gimmick is that she adores childlike clothing and objects, particularly anything that resembles Gekota, a popular frog mascot.
これ、いいの？本当にいいの？ありがとう！
Working along with Kuroko at Judgment is another one of the series' main leads, level 2 computer whiz and total sweetheart, Kazari Ueharu. Despite actually being helpful at times, Ueharu is perhaps best known for her clumsiness and the flower wreath headband she wears on her head more than anything else.
で、急に呼び出すから何かと思えば。サテンさん、助けてください。
The last of the bunch is my personal favorite, level 0 Ruiko Saten. Level 0s have no special abilities, and are to be considered plain old regular folk. Saten-san is deeply bothered by her lack of power, and wishes for nothing more than the ability to assist her fellow comrades.
私はな、みたいな。すいません、そんな重い意味じゃないんです。ただ、私も能力があったら毎日が変わるかもって。
Saten and Ueharu are seemingly best friends, and Saten's gimmick is that she likes to embarrass Ueharu by flipping up her skirt in public. Much like with Kuroko, this is another ridiculous gimmick, but it too leads to some pretty funny moments and reactions. These 4 characters are our core group, and their interactions and friendship is what primarily drives the show. Based off of the magical premise, you would expect Railgun to be filled with action. However, the series is mostly about slice-of-life comedy and character development until the final few episodes. Sprinkled along the way are a few action scenes, but most are quite short and don't fully capitalize upon the series' potential. Railgun smartly integrates a few plot threads into the narrative over the course of the series, some of which you may not even realize are there until they manifest much later. But even so, the bulk of the narrative is heavily loaded into the last few episodes. This includes not only defeating the main villain, but also introducing this person and telling us why we should even care about them. It all feels a bit off. I definitely like the inclusion of a serious plot thread, but the series is about 80% slice of life and 20% substance. Fortunately, the highly likable characters, moments of hilarity, and superb voice work make the show entirely worthwhile. All of the girls are well cast. Kanei Ito's performance as Saten has helped solidify her at the top of my favorite seiyuu list, and Rina Sato's and Satami Arai's work as Masaka and Kuroko respectively have added them to it. Honestly, I couldn't imagine Kuroko sounding any different. She's just perfect. And let's not forget about Aki Toyosaki, who also did a pretty good job as Uiharu. The art style and visuals aren't anything spectacular, but the character designs are quite lovely. Sadly, this technologically advanced city looks fairly modern, and there's little creativity implemented into its design. But honestly, that's not why we're here. Shortcomings aside, I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the series. The characters are simply wonderful, the comedy is engaging, and once the plot picks up, it's fairly decent. Watching Railgun makes me want to go check out Magical Index, and then there's also Railgun S, the series sequel, that I need to see as well. Now having seen 24 episodes and one OVA, I'm left wanting more. No matter how you slice it, that alone attests to the quality of the series. If you're looking for something action-packed and filled with a really deep and engaging plotline, then Railgun probably won't do it for you. However, if you want something fun, lighthearted, giving some seriousness while still being super cute, then Railgun manages to deliver. I give A Certain Scientific Railgun 4 out of 5 stars. Great.
どういうことなんでしょうね。今私がそれを聞いてたんだけどね。